one specifically on the business kind of vertical, other person more on the sustainable life cycle and sustainability, and third we have someone working in the energy sector as well as an ecosystem enabler as well. So we try to bring different dimensions, different perspectives in here, and to make that more effective, I want you also to kind of try to make it more interactive by asking us questions as well. So please ask questions. If you have asked questions, at least we have to kind of take a pause once we do a one round. Okay. Thank you. So Tanooraa, Vinay, and Saishyam, thanks for joining this panel. So as we were discussing, green venture is a misnomer, right? What do you mean by a green venture? Green venture, by definition, there is no, it's a definition to it, but one of the easiest or one standard definition is something which kind of invest in nature. That's so all the ventures who kind of invest in nature try to kind of find a balance between economic prosperity and ecological stewardship. That's how I kind of define green ventures. And right in front of us we have about the 17 SDG goals. So all the green ventures, one way or the other, are kind of linked to this sustainable development goals. So that's the other tangible way to kind of define green ventures. So I'll start with Tanooraa. If you could just share about your company, your firm, and what is that venture about? How you can believe?
Okay, myself Tanooraa Swetha Menon. I own 2 brands. I started with a brand. It's a clothing brand. So when I was doing a clothing brand, especially for kids, like we do business into 0 to 6 years old. Okay. So that time I'm more concerned with the fashion industry. So I was going with the clothing, in the basic clothing and the fashion clothing. So there is a lot of parents who inquired like, do we have any organic oil? Do we have any kind of organic, Ayurvedic oil? So that day onwards I was searching, okay, why don't we do something which is organic, which is healthy, which is not toxic. Those kind of stuff in your some other segment, some health segment. So I checked with 2-3 doctors and we started a small range of products. It's for kids products basically. Kids lotion, kids hair oil, something like that. When I was entering the thing, I understood all humans have a big connection with the green. So whenever we want to heal, we want to go, we are so stressed out, we go to forest, we go to beach, and we so much connected with the nature. So I am also a traveler. So while I was traveling, I go to almost 29 countries. So I always check the wellness concept of each country. I was so attracted about Laos country, how they do the wellness concept there. So I connected our product in Ayurveda because Kerala is whenever people are talking about Kerala, like God's own country, we're talking about Ayurveda. So our Ayurveda is limited into spa or Ayurvedic treatment like that. So why we are not doing into commercial way? So that commercial way I started herbs and herbs. Currently we have almost 40 products. 30 products is like skincare, hair care, foot care, hand care, and almost 10 products is like capsule. The capsule which contain organic calcium, organic magnesium, everything in organic. We will get everything into through Ayurveda and health. At the same time, we started a beautiful concept. That is I'm so much excited to tell about that concept. It's called Sugata. Sugata is a Sanskrit word and it's a good way of life. Giving a heal with herbs. That's our concept. So we are connecting the herbs as a FMCG product into nature plus Sugata.
Amazing. You're trying to blend a lot of things together, like
yes,
the modernity and the heritage.
Exactly.
In a different package.
We just want to do Ayurveda how 5,000 years thing is there, history is there. We want to come with it for the new generation or the urban people, how we can use this Ayurveda into our daily life. So that is our vision.
Great. Thank you. And Vinay, over to you, your story.
Yeah, good afternoon everybody. My name is Vinay Balakrishnan. Actually, I am an accidental entrepreneur. So, actually, as you know, we have a lot of single-use plastic pollution around the globe. And as I am getting older and older, I want to come back near to the nature. So this is where we started something on us. Why can't we create some alternative to single-use plastic menace? So when I was abroad, this thought came in, then we came back to India. Then we started a lot of research and we identified some agriculture waste which is currently being burned or currently being thrown out as a litter. So this is where we started our brand Thooshan. Thooshan is our brand name. So the code is there. So what we do is actually we create tablewares like making plates, disposable plates from paddy husk, disposable plates from wheat bran, where actually after your meal you can eat your plate also. That is from the wheat bran. So otherwise you can use it as a cattle feed, poultry feed, fish feed, or the organic manure. The idea is to reduce as much as pollution as possible and supply for the mother earth. So this is an alternative to single-use plastic. Now again we have come out with another product which is made from rice, wasted rice powder. When you see a rice, normally in the mills, when the paddy is milled, majority or a percentage goes as broken rice. So this broken rice normally goes as a liquor, making liquor. So what we thought was, why don't we convince the millers to give their waste to us so that we create that to good use. So we have made drinking straws from rice powder, wasted rice powder. So after you finish your drink, you can eat your straws. Otherwise, you can give it as a cattle feed, poultry feed, fish feed, organic manure, etc. It all biodegrades in 30 days. Now we are also coming out with cutlery ranges and takeaway containers. This is made from rice bran. So this is the concept which I am working on, purely making whatever is possible to create a sustainable world. So we have started our journey 4 years back, and right now our plant is in Coimbatore. It's a fully automated robotic plant where we have very less number of people. It's a fully hygienic plant. And we are working with the CSIR as well as CPET, as well as many other research institutions for making more and more products. So this is my story in a small nutshell.
And Vinay has an amazing product line too. If you haven't visited his stall, I think please do visit. And he's someone who, I mean, the number of uploads he got is also amazing. Like the Prime Minister has invited him to kind of show the things, I guess.
Yeah, I think every story is not once. So although we have got a lot of accolades across the nation and as well as from international, we won the UNDP award also, as well as we were invited by the Prime Minister, and we also had the award from the National Award. Kerala government, a lot of awards are there. Very recently, we also got an Ernst & Young award. So I would request each one of you to, when you step out, to take one of our products also as for free. So I'll give each one of you a product of ours. Please take it. Please don't forget to take it. And please test the product. It's available online everywhere. But you please reach out and make a difference to your surroundings also. We are coming out with a lot of more products, sustainable products only. So please help us also. Thank you.
That's a great gesture. So all of you, so your story is also interesting. You had a Barack, you worked with Barack a long time, and then you came down IIT Palakkad, so you interacted with a lot of startups and you came to area of interest is energy. If you could just share your story, that would be.
Thank you, Dhanaj. Thanks. First of all, for inviting me to this panel. As you said, first when I saw the title Green Ventures, I was also a bit confused, like where should I fit myself in. But as I was listening to Vinay ji and Tanooraa, and what we heard yesterday, so the funding to all these things, funding green ventures so you don't have directly investors funding green ventures so much. That's what we heard yesterday in India. So where does the funds come for supporting? So at least the seed money normally comes from government, right? So that's where I think I would place myself in this, in this panel. We are both an enabler, ecosystem enabler, at the same time a player as well. So at IIT Palakkad, IPTIF as we call it, IIT Palakkad Technology iHub Foundation. We are a hub among 25 different technology innovation hubs of Department of Science and Technology. The only hub which is focused on energy. So our tagline is driving automation in energy. Our major focus area is cyber physical systems, what we call CPS. So for a bigger system to function, where you have your physical system interacting in cyberspace, where energy, safety, and multiple other things play a major role for the system. Like take an example, smart city or microgrid or smart grid, everywhere. So coming back to the point, so I would like to kind of tell you a few stories of how we have impacted through the energy vertical. When we initially pitched to the DST, what we were trying to kind of pitch to them is, see, we have a lot of technologies, especially for electric vehicles, for solar. It's the top that comes when you say green ventures. The things that tops your list would be renewable energy, followed by say waste to wealth, and then a lot of other things that would follow, circularity and things. So we try to pitch for those technologies where we can make a difference. Like for example, give you an example, we have what we call green motors. So as you know, all the electric vehicles today, you need motors, right? And then the motor is dependent on neodymium magnets that comes from China. So that's something which we initially thought we should, and that is directly impacting, the mining is something which is directly impacting the nature. We thought we should address that first. So we had proposed a project where our team, I have my team here, like from IIT Palakkad. So they have developed a switch reluctance motor, which is a complete electric motor, which can power an EV or for that matter an hatchback. So we are taking one more step forward towards nature. When you open one door, you will see that there are 10 other doors which are closed. So what we are trying to address, to stop my presence, what we are trying to address is end-to-end green energy. If you can actually have an end-to-end green energy circularity, that would be fantastic. That's a known sort of problem. That's ambitious. Yes, very, very ambitious. We are trying to play and kind of support all the components. So we have different sets of batteries, different, for example, wind energy. We have vertical wind turbines, solar energy. In fact, there was a mention about the electric outboard motor in Alapi. Yesterday somebody had mentioned. So we have one of them actually supported. So that's all these are going to make fantastic impact towards nature. So Alapi, as I heard, I think there are more than 25,000 boats, and which is all running on diesel now. The moment you replace them with the green motor, I would really want a green motor to replace that, not a PLC motor. That would be like a fantastic thing. But of course, you need that ecosystem to come up. You need a battery charger, charging ecosystem around, a lot of things. So, and apart from that, IIT Palakkad also, as an institute, we run two other centers. One is Center of Renewable Energy, what we call CORE, which is focused, it's all interdisciplinary centers where there is faculty involvement. And the other one is called Essence, Environmental Science and Sustainable Engineering. So you can come to, I'll be happy to take questions and tell you like what we all do. I don't want to take more time. So overall,
but it's great to know that such infrastructures and facilities are kind of available. And I think Vinay is someone who kind of benefited from such a facility, right? You translated a research to a product. So could you share that story, how that translation happened, and how, because that be in sync with what Sai just mentioned?
Yeah, initially when we started the idea of a sustainable product, so we did not know where to go because this product was not available in India or not available in the world. So we had an idea, so I don't know where to go. This is where I saw an exhibition in Cochin where where I stalled made for CSIR, Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. So they had made a plate from coir. So this is where I got this idea, why a square plate is made. So then I asked them, can you help us, help me with this idea? We have an idea. And they said, okay, why not? So we have our research center in Trivandrum, why don't you come ask us? So we collaborated with CSIR. We gave the funding, we gave the machinery. And after almost 1.5 years of research, we made the first product in the lab. So this is where our support from IIT, like IIT, is at the research centers where people can go and convert your idea or imagination to a product. Then scalability and marketing or consumerization is your baby. They can help to develop the product which can be validated nationally and internationally with certification. That is the help which IIT and similar research institutes are doing.
So that's why we need to have such collaboration as well, and also that knowledge also should be out. People should be aware that such facilities are available. Okay. Now, Tanooraa, you. So you are someone who kind of scales. So one of the major challenge all the green ventures, generally the social enterprises, is how they scale, right? It's very difficult to scale. But you are someone who track that scaling. Like you already have multiple stores across the country. In fact, in 5 countries, right? So how is that scaling journey that you did?
See, the way sir told before, the funding is a little bit tough for the greenery things, okay? But we know it comes from the nature, we know it's pure organic, but we make this as an FMCG product. That means in your daily life, you need this thing. So, like for my experience with my Solar Zera, I got connected with the Reliance. So the best thing I got, I mean Herbs and Herbs got, the main thing, we got almost thousands stores across the country. So that's a big benefit for us. Like it's not a big stores like 30 square feet to 40, 50 square feet. But our like visibility will be there and a lot of other customers will come. So advertisement will be there. So our strategy, marketing strategy, when we connected with a big brand, automatically you become a brand. So especially in after Kerala, I still feel like in Ayurveda, we are not appreciate Ayurveda in Kerala. So it goes like after pregnancy, some Ayurveda treatment will be there, or you have some back pain or those kind of anything like that. People will go for some treatment and still, I still remember when I was small, I used to, the asthma, the body is there, we used to do into hair and all. So I started that, that's more space to how we can go with some capsule. Like in protein powder also we are making through the capsule. So because I am connecting with a MNC company, it is so easy for me to connect with normal people.
Okay. So I think one takeaway from both this on what we both these speakers, one is a collaboration with academia. Vinay is kind of collaborated very well with the academia, kind of spitting out patents. Like you have a couple of patents in line, and that's how he's building it. And Tanooraa, on the other hand, you're collaborating with the industry, right? You have MNC Connect and you're using that channel. So the takeaway is you should know how to collaborate and what to, where to collaborate. I think that's the one takeaway probably from what I understood from the conversation. Now, sorry, since we are sitting here talking about the impact and SDGs, and we have certain SDG goals here. So, can you tell a bit about what is the sustainable development goal that you probably will be working on, and what SDG in general is trying to do?
From IPTIF, like from IIT Palakad's Technology Hub, we mostly are focused on SDG 7 and also education SDG 4. So we want to, when we think about developing a product or a technology, so it's basically what we identify is you need talent, you need mindset, people with the right mindset. For that we need a lot of training. So you are going to impact in 360 degrees, I would say. Having an ecosystem like this, everybody can come and plug and then get the best out of it. So from that, I don't want to limit myself to few, but these are the two major ones that energy and then and education. these are the two that I think we are currently impacting. I didn't finish the last time how we actually do the funding, or how do we identify players. That's something which I thought I should share. So initially we thought we were not sure how to identify the right startups, how to attract. So what we have done is we have done a grand challenge. Out of the energy grand challenge, we had picked up a few grand challenges, and then we had put it out as a grand challenge program. We had asked people to apply. People had applied, and then we had a 1 year long kind of an acceleration program like the one that you do. So, yes, and then there is a, so that was called an Urja Grand Challenge. Then we had an impact acceleration program where we actually invest in the startups and we have them trained to identify customers, because each of them are technology intensive startups, not easy like FMCG product to find customers, and at every stage we need handle. So from that point, IPTIF is actually trying to impact all these dots. We're trying to connect all these dots for the product, the technology, which could be a component into, say, like an EV. It may not be a standalone product, but all this to actually go out from our, just to conclude, what we currently need is more like import substitution. In some of this, even when we speak renewable energy and circularity, most of the technologies that we use are coming from outside. We do not have indigenous technologies. So any effort in that line will be very much appreciated. You know, ANRF, MATI, all of them have put their money on EV for this year. Like they're going to heavily fund this EV and EV components. So many of these ventures that will come up, we should call them as green ventures. So yeah, that's my take. So that's basically the impact that I won't call only IPTIF, but the whole sector, the enablers are going to. And then these are the ones who is going to finally fund green ventures until investor finds it attractive.
Find that grant and kind of whatever free money is coming.
Yes.
Because there are a lot of grants available.
Yes,
Lot of grants.
that's required. That's required for this sector. That's my take.
So, Vinay, I think you are more into this climate action. And so, is that how did that choice came up? So, how did you end up in this product? Is that just because you? I mean, is there a conscious choice because of your lifestyle or any other reason? And talk about the climate action and IPTIF.
Actually, as I said earlier, I was an accidental entrepreneur. So this happened because of a particular incident which happened in my life. Basically, we were at Mauritius. So as you see, Mauritius is a very clean country. So whenever we come back to India, we saw a lot of insurance and other things. So it was always back of my mind, I think we need to do something on this. So one day during our travel to one of the countries, I saw a plate made of agriculture waste. So what we have done is we have returned to that company, which is a Polish company, saying that why don't you help us India? Why don't you come and set up your plant here? So I can work with you, whatever it is. So let us create a difference. But unfortunately the answer was, our products are not meant for Indians. So this actually kicked me a lot. I resigned my job, came to India, then started to work on these sustainable products. Then finally, with the help of CSIR, after 4 years of hard work, we made our first plate made from wheat bran. So then the interesting thing is actually this company wrote back to me. They did not know that I was the same person. They wrote back with me, I think maybe last year or something, saying that why don't we collaborate? So I did not reply to that mail, but the court has its own way of thanking. That company is closed down now.
So you had your feet.
So now we are the only one in the world who manufactures from wheat bran. So now we have migrated to rice husk plates also, which is an economic range of products for the common man. So now we are coming out more and more products. So that's why I said I'm not an entrepreneur or a businessman or something. By accident I become an entrepreneur. That's the story.
So why climate action? Like, is there any personal interest in climate per se?
Yeah, basically something we need to give back. Everybody, for that matter, we need to give something back to the environment. So I was really fascinated about the climate action point number 13, where we are focusing on the climate action, where we actually work against single-use plastic menace. So we are creating alternatives which is 100% biodegradable products in 30 days. So even if we litter on the road, it automatically biodegrades in 30 days. So this is our product. We are making alternatives from agriculture waste, not from food waste, agriculture waste. Wherever you see burning of something, we are creating some alternative with that. So a lot of products is available plenty in India. So we are just making small steps using the climate action as our focus. We are working on SDG 30.
Tanooraa, I think you are working more on SDG 3, the good health and well-being. I mean, you being a person, I mean, as an individual, you are someone who is concerned about well-being, right? So your company is kind of extension to that, or why you choose SDG 3 was a conscious choice, and how did that came about?
So basically, that's why we are connected with Swetha. So I always thought like you need good health, at the same time you need good mental health also. So Swetha is more concentrating on mental health, and the same way emotionally well-being, and how you need to be in social well-being also. So Swetha is completely connected with those kind of area. When it comes to health science, we want each product to be a part of your daily life. So it gives you some kind of energy, some kind of positivity when it connected with the our smell, our structure. Normal what is Ayurveda gives you the structure and the smell, everything we completely change according to the modern customers. At the same time, same thing attempt we doing with the Swetha also, because I always believe more than in good health, more than physical health, you need to be emotionally. So for that, the way I told you, not every human is very much connected with the greenery and the blue. So when we see the sky, you have that excitement. Still when you see the forest, the greenery, you have that excitement. So we connected the heal with the herb, that concept where the both things are healing with the herb. That's our concept actually. So in our Swetha, we have a proper routine for the we have a soul, heal with the soul. That is our customer review. We are going to get like that. Same like we wake up 5 o'clock, then you need to walk like with barefoot, and you can't use the more, but you can use, because I'm an entrepreneur, so I need to use at least 1 hour to 2 hours. So be specific. You can use only 4 hours for 4 hours. Only you can use it. You can cook. Because for me, the most stress relief for myself is cooking. When I cook, almost all my stress, whenever I feel stressed, if I have any meeting, something complicated, one day before I go for cooking. So even my kids still don't cook. But I cook because it gives me a lot of stress relief. So we do the same thing into Swetha also. So maybe if you feel, I mean, people will feel it's a small thing. But the small things, it change a lot of emotional things.
So, coming back to the business thing, so when you kind of productize, so meaning of you need to have products like you are calling out. So how do you do pricing? Like sometimes some products, I mean, I personally know some of the products were kind of rejected because they feel that it's underpriced and they don't see it as authentic. So was there such confusion? Like was there such pushbacks? How do you do the pricing? Because in different countries you need to have different pricing ranges, different location probably need to have different pricing strategy. So any tips on the pricing strategy and pricing?
See, if I tell the truth, in Ayurveda it's not so luxury. Okay. So Ayurveda is like affordable. So we are strongly believe everyone, each human being need to use all this kind of products. So the way you told now, when it comes to like small rate, people will think this is not the real Ayurveda, it's related with the chemicals and all. If you go with the luxury level, everyone can't use the thing also. So we can, our starting rate comes with 500, then it ends to 2000. So it's like affordable rate basically. So
and you're targeted to a particular segment. So that identification, how do you do it?
Normally what you do, if you're going for a high rate, you can't make it low. You can go for a, in the discount rate only, you can go for a lower level. So what we are doing, because the way I told you, it's not so expensive Ayurveda. I still, people become, even as an entrepreneur, I still confused why this Ayurveda is very expensive. See, in Kerala, when you are talking about, whenever in an industry, the raw material is the main important factor where the rate is become high. And in Kerala, we are taking the raw material from Kerala with the local farmers, and some product we are taking from Uttarakhand and UP. So in Kerala, we are getting almost most of the raw material we are getting from Kerala itself. So the raw material cost is less actually. But more money goes to marketing and branding actually, not in the product. So when we, in that way, I told you, I connected with the MNC thing. So if I am putting one store into one mall means 70% of the customer who is entering to the mall, they are not going to purchase the product. Okay, 30% only the real customer will be. So when you are entering to a place where the people are coming for only for purchase. In the late smart or smart bazaar or big bazaar like that, people are only coming for the purchase. They are not coming for to see the whole area. So the conversion will be 10% because 10,000 people are coming each day in each store. So we are expecting 10% of conversion. So when the conversion is going good level, then why we need to create in a high rate? That's our concept.
And Vinay, what about you? What are the pricing strategies that you adopt? Because it's a complicated market, right? Because you are competing with plastic, the other cheaper versions.
Yeah, sustainably is not always an easy job. Many people believe that sustainably is the last one. So even though we have created a lot of products, the people are still getting used to it. So we have to create a lot of alternatives. Although the plastic ban has helped, but ultimately the reality is in the ground level, even now plastic is available in plenty. But the creation of awareness among the people is a big thing for us. Now slowly we are coming out with a target. This economic range of products is basically targeted for the middle and lower end of groups. Our clientele is slightly on the higher side right now with the other products. So slowly we are coming out and we are reaching out through retail. We are available in Amazon and other things. Now we are planning to appoint dealers across India so that the product is available locally also. So this is our strategy right now for mostly for next year.
So, Sai, when startups come to you, when you are handholding, what is the first advice you give? Is it about the team, or is it about the go-to-market, or is it about the placement, like how they place position their product? So, what will be your initial advices, and especially for these two people, especially for game ventures, what will be their different advice?
Right. So, since you mentioned green ventures, let me start from that. So, my definition of green venture, I was trying to find out how, which one of these 5 or these 4 you are like, are you in the, avoid category, or are you in reduce category, or reuse category, recycle category? So there are 3-4 definitions. Like if you're able to reduce one step in a process, then you fall into green category. Or if you're able to avoid one of the components, make it green, you are into that category. So coming from that point of view, I really would like to kind of make them understand that the technology what they are working, does that have a market? So that's the first step that we normally do. So in the selection process itself, we have that in there. So we have a techno-business committee that advises us on whether this actually has a market today. So to give you an example, the lithium prices now, it has come so down that nobody wants to attempt any other batteries. Even though lithium batteries are rolling currently, right? So we had funded startups which were attempting aluminum air battery, for example. It's an alternate battery, it's like, and a few other battery chemistries. But there's a clear indication that this lithium is going to stay here for long. If you're already into that market, you're going to win money now. So from that point of view, so we kind of ask few of them to kind of be future ready. You do not have currently a market, lithium is ruling, but be future ready. You're going to find the segment where your kind of battery is going to. So that's how the training goes, like with the kind of experts whom we have. So we help them identify that customer segment. So through what we call entrepreneurship development course or exposure to acceleration programs, they will identify their customer segment and accordingly they will be able to develop. So most of my startups are early MVP stage, like viable product, not yet done the product market. So that's the stage where we start funding. So this is something which I think just it's yielding success. Many of them are moving to the stage.
So we have 10 more minutes. We'll take a pause for the Q&A. Before that, I'll just come to one controversial or pretty not so good topic, the challenges you face. The challenges, I mean, green ventures have a lot of challenges. It could be, if you want to share some of them.
Yeah, the basic challenge right now what we are having is we have a lot of ideas, lot of products in the pipeline, but there is no money. That is the biggest challenge, the funding. The banks are reluctant to fund a startup basically because of the reason we are in a sustainable area. And sustainability is the last priority for many people. Secondly, of course, the buying power or the demand for the product, a sustainable product. Slowly, we are seeing an upward trend. Hopefully, by next year, I think more people will be moving towards sustainability. Although we have catered to big events like G20, but the ground reality is the people are still reluctant to buy a sustainable product. We have catered to many weddings, sustainable weddings using our products, but people feel that our product is a little more expensive than plastic. Naturally, it is expensive, but I think people need some more focus on sustainability. This is my request, this is our challenge. Thank you.
Just that you have these.
Basically, the way we talk now, you told the authenticity. How much 100% Ayurvedic we are. So we can't show in one store or 100 store or 1000 store. We can't store all of how we are working. So that is the authenticity matter everything. So that challenge is one challenge I'm facing. The second thing like that, see, when it comes to Ayurveda, I work with a lot of Ayurvedic doctors. Last Sunday, Mr. Rajesh is the CEO of the company in the research and development. So I see a lot of Ayurveda doctors, they also taking their career as, okay, Ayurveda is simple. I mean, there is nothing, nothing more to do, those kind of concerns. So in our R&D, we are facing a lot of challenges like that. We need with new ideas, people with new ideas. Because as an entrepreneur, I can create the market. So the way sir said, no, whenever an entrepreneurship comes, whenever a product comes, platform is very much important. Currently, we are plenty of our platform. For our 2 years, we can sell the product. Our platform is totally stabilized. But in the R&D, we need to be more prepared, more doctors we need. Because some formulation we create and something the doctors will, they are not going to stick like 3 months, 4 months, the formulation will go to another company when we need to create another formulation. So that's a big task. It's a huge task because you are keeping at least for 1 lakh product in that formulation, then next month you have to change all the formulation. That's a huge task. Not for me, all the thing. And to get a people who is highly passionate, I see a lot of people who are much passionate, but they are not concerned of the consistency of work. Because passion is not only the one thing it matters the consistency of work. And every day you need to improve yourself. So, I mean, that two challenges are really facing.
Okay. So we'll open the floor for the questions. So, questions please.
So, my question is regarding the green battery like lithium. Is it possible because the ingredients, how can we make ingredients green? Because already there are
So that's a good question, sir. So making ingredients green is a, so we don't currently can call anything like dug up, like anything that is coming out of earth. We can only say that that can be recycled. For example, lithium can be recycled. Something like if you're having something from sodium ion, for example, if you're having that kind of a battery chemistry, that's so then we can start to claim it green. And I'm not an expert in the field, but from my limited understanding, we cannot call most of the things currently ongoing as completely green. As I said, once you open that door, there are 10 other doors available for you to open. We can make it greener. I agree.
Very good, Tanooraa.
Please.
Ayurveda in the West is considered to be anti-scientific. It is against science. No scientific validation. No scientific validation for Ayurvedic products. That is why in US there are a lot of Ayurvedic phobia there. My question is regarding recently I read a write-up on curcumin contaminated with lead pollution curcumin, so it is rampantly circulating curcumin. So my question is regarding how you get the ingredients pesticide free. So unlike the past, every bottle is using pesticides and shelf life and currency additive. So my question is how you procure pure Ayurvedic ingredients.
Yeah, sir, actually the first is we also buy raw material from the outside. Currently we started 5 acres farming only for our product actually in Calicut itself. So because the question you are asking the natural without the purity and all, so we also notice all these kind of things. So that is the reason we started a 5-acre farm, and within 2 months we are planning to increase the land property into 20 acres actually. So our raw material also comes from our own company.
Any other questions?
Hi, myself is Sam Baptist, and I am also a student of IIT Palakkad. I am also a student of IIT Palakkad. I am doing my PhD there. So my question to you, sir. See, in Kerala, the transport sector consumes a lot of energy. Kerala studies are even the controversial 40 to 50% of energy transport sector is consumed. Meanwhile, Kerala market, the EVs are trending with Canada. And there's a false notion that because in Kerala, the electricity recently, within 1 year, I came to know that nearly 70% of electricity are non-renewable and comes from outside Kerala. So how can we meet this challenge?
Sir, it's a good question, and I think that is being addressed currently. So we are having a collaboration currently on with KSCB. This is a fantastic question. In fact, we had a workshop last month on renewable energy and smart meters alone. So the power systems groups and the KSCB team, all of them have come together, and they also didn't know, when the inverter based surge into the grid is going up, how to handle that is something which they are also not very sure. How the EV is going to kind of more and more EV, as you said, they're really not clear. So this is something which I think we all need to kind of work together. Today, in fact, I'm having a power system training for students and KSCB happening at IPTIF today and Monday. So I think it's problem statements have to be very clearly defined. And I think people like you, as you said, you're doing PhD, right? Should take up this problem, and then we definitely need to identify a startup who can actually help, or an MSME who can help, if it's a technology intervention that's required. From data point of view, for getting this data, we have good set of professors who are working on that to consolidate this data. But the problem statement has to come. Data sharing has to happen from government side to academia. There are challenges, but it's a big problem that I think we should be address without wasting any more time. I think, as you said, the number of EVs are going up. We're going to have solar panels, wind, hydrogen valley, as we call. So a lot of things are coming up in Kerala. I think there should be clear policy to kind of technology and policy to
address the fact that there is coming up. There is regulatory policy and a lot of things. And there is an associated work on energy specifically.
right.
Proceed.
Sir, my question to you, sir. Do we have any policy that promotes reduce and reuse? Right now, while I'm coming to this, we asked a lot of this one, what is that? Like sports. Why we promote we are adjusted with this like sport culture? Instead of that, okay, we can use this sport itself as a reusable again. If we print on a recycled paper and stick it on the same board, so that the same agency must be doing so many works so we can reuse it again. Is there any plan or program like that?
I think something that has to come from government side, but as you picked the point, so the underlying thing in green ventures is like avoid, reduce, reuse, recycle. So you pick the center 2 points. So we need to identify who can actually, so like sir is able to provide reusable plastic or reusable plate. So that's, something similar has to come over here, which is cheap. No, it's always a market competition. Something that is coming cheap to you, something very low hanging, people would want to go for that. We are still there. That's why we don't have investors going after green ventures. In fact, I hope I answered your question. I had another point I wanted to bring in here. So if you see the CSR investments, we have actually tried a lot to get CSR investments, get CSR funding, not investment, CSR funds into green startups, energy startups, green startups. That's something that culture hasn't really come in. So the money goes into, education and skilling. I have seen that Venture Center Pune has cracked it. So they have set of CSR companies who are funding startups, whom we can call green startup or sustainability startup. That should be a good source for people like Vinay, Tanooraa for taking their vision for something which I think government also can promote from.
So I think Vinay is working on something very ambitious program, something similar to what he was saying, guys, right? If you want to add on to that, because I know it's very early stage, I know it's ambitious. If you want to reveal it, please go ahead.
Hello. We are working on 2 products currently. That will be a revolution. So I'm not sure whether I need to tell them, because you must have seen a lot of cups available. 100% of the cups available in the market contains plastic. There is a lining there. Whether it says I am not plastic or whatever it is. So we have found out a way to come out of that. So our product will be non-plastic. So one product. Another product what we are developing is a plastic which you can eat it. So it has the strength of plastic and it will be the answer to all the normal packaging problems. But it's still under process. We are awaiting the patent and other things. Once that comes out, I think that will be a revolutionary product. So that is still under development. So already testing, everything is over. So we are just waiting for the patent. I think these 2 products are going to revolutionize the day-to-day activities of the common man.
I think we are running out of time. Is there any last question?
Vinay, you are in the outset, you said that you were accidental. My question is regarding all accidental enterprise now. Because one of the major paradigms before we that who accidentally came to that ecology. It is a temporary ecology, temporary niche is coming. So how we can cope with such a scenario of accidentality in the rural ecosystem?
I think the accidental entrepreneur which I have become has become a passion in me. So actually this passion is driving me forward because most of the people may give up, but unfortunately I don't give up very easily. So I fight till the end, and I will see that I will achieve my dream of working on this. But of course, a lot of challenges are there daily. But that's a part of the game. When you are thinking about that, when you dream about it, you have to do it.
Sir, most of the entrepreneurs, they switch off at the middle. The middle part, they go back. So that is the problem. You said what is consistency, perseverance. Perseverance is what is wanted.
Perseverance, yes. And most importantly, I'm an agnostic entrepreneur here in this room. I'm turning 60 next year. So this also, I don't have much time also. So before that, I need to do this. This may be also pushing me.
Okay, so on that, I know the kind of spirit you share is something which, it's kind of imbibing everyone in the state at least, in the crowd at least. So thank you. On that note, we'll be closing this panel discussion. Thank you. Thanks everyone.
I would request each of you to take our products. We are giving that samples free of charge. Please come. Please collect at least one sample each.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Panel members to stay back because there is a token of appreciation and love from Charles.
Thank you panel for your valuable contribution, and thank you Dhanaj, that was a very well moderation. We have a small token of appreciation for all the panel members. I invite Ms. Divya Assistant Manager HR, to give our token of appreciation to Mr. Dhanaj K M.